Good morning. It is very windy and rainy and gray in Seattle, and I'm over it already. Yesterday it was beautiful. Today it's lame, but we shall persist on. I just really don't want to go to work. It's my second job, my retail job. I sell appliances. Like, it's not a commission sales job, which I love. I really just I hate commission sales jobs, and so it requires sometimes to be social, and I just do not have social energy right now. However, I really want a stinking tractor, so I'm going to use that as motivation to push me through this 8-hour shift. Because what's the point in having land if you don't have a tractor? You need a tractor for so many things. One of the first things I'm thinking about, because I'm going to buy land next month, I've got a piece of property I'm looking at. I really like 7 acres with a little stream that runs through it. Yeah, I really like this property. If it's available during the Black Friday deal time frame, I'm gonna buy it. But one of the first things I want to do is put up a fence. Not like immediately, but when I move there. This is a 5-year sort of plan. For the longest time, I have not had a 5-year plan because it's just been so hard to see my future and the collective future. It's hard to find motivation and direction and purpose, but I've finally found it. And so now I'm building a 5-year plan. And within 5 years, I plan to be moved to my land, and I'll need a fence. And so a tractor, it is perfect. You can get an auger, drill holes, put fence posts, run a fence. For a garden, get a rototiller attachment, rototill up that land. Move in fertilizers for feeding the livestock, throwing bales of hay in the bucket. There's so many uses for a tractor. And I'm going to have abundance, but I'm not going to be rich. I know that. So I'm going to need to be creative and frugal. So it's probably going to be a used tractor, I imagine. But it doesn't matter because it's going to run well, it's going to perform well, it's going to be fun. But then I'm going to need a barn for the tractor because I just don't want it sitting out in the rain all the time. It would be fine, but I want to really take care of this tractor because I'm going to love it so much. So I was thinking, I moved down there. I'm not going to have a lot of money, but I'm going to have a tractor and probably still this minivan. So I'm probably just going to be living in this minivan on my land, which it's a gray area. They generally frown upon that stuff, but you can have temporary living situations while you're building. And so I'm going to build a tractor barn. That's the first building that I'm going to build on my land. And eventually I'm going to name it. So I'm calling it my land right now, but it's like the property, I don't know. It's going to have a cool nickname instead of my land. So the first structure I'm going to build on the property is a tractor barn. And I'm thinking I might as well just build a little living space in the tractor barn itself. So that way I can get out of the van, but I don't have to immediately build my house. Because my ideal situation would be to have met my future wife, or if I haven't met her by then, to meet her soon around that time frame when I'm living in the tractor barn, but it's comfortable. And then her and I will design our house, the first part of our house, together. And we're going to design it with the intention of being able to easily add on to it. So if you do so, you can build into the plans like certain walls. You make it so you just know they're going to come out eventually, and you can make it easier. So we're going to intentionally design it with the goal of, adding on as our family grows and as our resources grow. So the first iteration of the house is going to be very modest. I'm thinking maybe 3 bedrooms. Two is more likely, but 3 would be nice. It would be perfect. And then from there, it's going to grow. And unfortunately, it's kind of a bummer, but not, because I don't know if this is my permanent property or not. This might be a stepping property, like a stepping stone. They're a little strict about the number of dwelling units you can have within certain spaces. So I'm only allowed 1 single family dwelling unit, but I don't know if like accessory dwelling units, how that's going to work. But I want to have various buildings on the property, like a shop, so a barn, a shop, maybe a pottery kiln thing, other craft related buildings. There's going to be a lot of buildings, because it's also, I want to have other people. I'm going to pause, hold on. I plan to partner with other people on building a healing center style of space. And so, and it's not like a commercial business, it's a community endeavor. And so, there's going to be, like a yoga room. I'm rambling at this point. I'm getting way off subject, but a tractor will help with all of that. Moving trees, moving dirt, putting up walls. So, if you can build a wall on the ground and then attach a chain to the wall with the tractor bucket and then raise the wall. I need a tractor. And so the first step, I'm going to summarize the video, wrap it up. I have a 5-year plan. First step is to buy the land, which I'm going to do next month. It's going to be a balloon loan, which is risky, but I'm set up. I am set up for success right now. My expenses are pretty minimal, and I'm going to continue to minimize them. So I buy the land, and then I have it paid off within 3 years. So in 3 years from now, I might still be in Seattle, Washington, but eventually, the old man's going to retire. The other guys, I think they're going to kind of go their own directions, but there's 3 to 5 years left with this crew and sort of in this chapter of my life. So the land's going to be paid off in 3 years. Then it becomes a game of, okay, I need to stack supplies. I get so much, the offer to take so much free lumber and free windows and just all kinds of free stuff. When we demo a job, there's often things that could be repurposed. And so I'm thinking about, how can I just get trailer loads full of free shit? Would it be cost effective to truck down? If I had a trailer full of free lumber, would it be cost effective to just truck it to my place? Excuse me. Okay, so then I need to start saving up for the tractor itself. But also, while doing all of this, there's another layer here. I'm currently a framer, just like a subcontracted framer, essentially. I'm part of a crew, but I'm a subcontractor. I would like to get more skills under my belt. However, I've learned quite a bit, and I'm excited to learn more. I think I'm going to eventually just become a general contractor. I think it puts all of my skills to use, because I actually have business degrees, a master's degree in business administration. I have leadership experience. And I don't think I'll ever be a technical wizard, like, in any capacity, but I'll be very generally knowledgeable enough to bring together the technical wizards to accomplish the objective. And so maybe next year, maybe the year after that, I'm going to get licensed and bonded, because I'm currently not. I'm like bottom tier framer, laborer. But that's the next step, because I'm going to need to make money when I move to the property. And so I think it would be so much fun to continue this journey of building, quite literally building. Like, I'm building structures, but then also building my future. And so it would be so cool, especially in my community, just to find little random jobs and to become a part of my community in that way. And then I'll wrap up the video here. I would also like to get to a point where I can give, where if somebody in the community needs a minor repair in their house and they can't afford it, like an elderly couple, I want to be able to just go do it for them. Or be like, hey, if you, this neighbor, if you buy the supplies, I'll do the labor. Something like that. That's the future that I can see. And I'm so fucking thankful that I can finally see a future, because for so long I couldn't. And I'm sure you could relate. The last 5 years have been so insane, but the next 5 years are going to be awesome. And then after that, we're off to the races, and we're living in the new earth. So let's do this. Let's do this together, y'all, because this is a group effort. This is a group project. I'm just talking about my portion of the journey and the mission, but you also have your own portion. So tell me in the comments below, what do you see as your vision and your contribution and your mission and your purpose? All right, I'll end the video there. Much love.